Hello YouTube, you're with Tosh, and no Mudraker for this one. I'm just going to take you through a little indie game called StarBound. It's been out and about for a little while now in beta. The maker, or one of the developers from Terraria, took off and decided to do an additional game, or a separate game. And the artwork guy who did all the backgrounds and everything for Terraria has also done work in StarBound, so you'll notice some similarities in that. Also, the gameplay is pretty much the same. It's a side scroller. We're playing the Angry Koala version, which, being Australian, I love the way they're using koala versions for each of their betas. To begin with, we're going to start by creating a character. I'm going to play a human. A bit boring, I know, but I'm going to play a male. That's the hair that I want. Hair colour, we'll go for a nice bright red, I think. Can be a ranger, because there's not enough rangers in the world. And we'll wear a t-shirt, which will also make red. Pants, which will also make red. Okay, now we will be called Tosh, of course. And the other thing is his personality. If you have a look, as I click on these, it changes his stance. Now that determines what his personality is. For example, this one is sort of the straight to attention guy, so he's very soldierish and attentive. This is the look at me, I'm the hero guy. This is the I'm ready guy. This one is the I'm sort of ready, but I'm not too sure. And this is the, well, as one of my fellow YouTubers called it, the dancing two-step version. So we're going to go with the look at me guy, because he's going to end up owning the universe. So we'll stick with him. Okay, so we're going to click in. Game itself, as I said, is very Terraria-like, so a lot of similarities in the way things are done. I'm going to briefly describe what I'm doing and what buttons I'm using and things for you to make it a bit easier if I remember to do that. And first up, we've got a quest. So there's no place like home. It's been ripped apart. You've been in search of a new home for some time. Finally, a ship has run out of fuel, which is not a good thing. In orbit of an unknown planet. Before setting out in a search for fuel, search your ship's locker storage for a matter manipulator. Press E to interact with objects. So my reading's going well today. This is our storage locker, and this is so that was just either an E, or the other thing you can use is a middle mouse button if you've got one of those. So shift left click to pop stuff straight into our inventory, and we'll just put these seeds down here so that we've got them with us if we need to actually start. Now what I'll do is I'll put sword and torches at the end there. Okay, so that's our first quest complete. Now these little square things here are called pixels, and that's the game currency. You don't get many of them, and things are still fairly expensive in terms of pixels to purchase. They're still working obviously on the game balance, and at the moment things are, in my opinion, a little bit out of whack, but they'll get there. So our next quest is to set a crafting table using the ship's top platform to beam down. So just before we do that, I'll show you through the ship. This is a door, so again, center mouse button or E. This is our pilot seat. It shows us where we are. We can't land on that planet, but we are on this one. Now the other thing I'm going to do is just set this as home, so that I know where it is if I ever want to go anywhere else, because this place is huge. It's procedurally driven, so each time you go into a new one it creates a new place. This is the system with which we're in, and this is the planet that we're on, so we've got another couple here that we can just left clicking to have a look at these. So there's another threat level 1. Each of the places has a right mouse button click on the left hand side of that screen to over here. Right mouse button will take you to the system. Right mouse button again will take you to the sector, and that's our biggest one that we can go to at the moment. We're in the alpha sector. You can see here this little star is where we are, so tons and tons of stuff. Oops. Excuse me. Tons and tons of stuff to look at, and you know, it goes on and on and on and on and on. I have heard comment made by some people that each one of the stars in the actual background here is actually a system, so it's very, very large, and this is only one sector of many. This is our fuel depot, and as you can see we have 0 fuel, so we've got to try and find something to use as fuel while we're down on the planet. Just quickly go through these. Headgear, chest gear, feet, you have 2 spots for those. This is the one that is active, so you can put your armour and everything in here so that it will work, but then you can have your t-shirt over here so that your armour is actually not seen, so you can maintain the character visual without affecting what armour you actually wear. Tech slots, we're a long way down the track before we get to those, and in fact I haven't got to those as yet in any of the games that I've been testing, and pet slots haven't got there either. Send a trash, pretty obvious. This is our backpack, and this is our dirt and cobblestone and that sort of stuff gets stored in there. Stats, our health, energy, weapons and armour, which at the moment, as you can see, we've got 0 for well, nothing for armour. And this is the tech area. You unlock techs by finding them on planets, and once we get to those we'll go through that a bit more. The other thing that this does is it's a 3D printer, so you can actually scan and print objects within the game. Now they cost you pixels, which as I said before is the game currency, and they're still balancing it, so I think at the moment it's a little bit out of whack. It takes an incredible amount of time to get pixels, and if you die you lose about 40% of your pixels, so it's pretty bad, because you do die a lot. Well, I do anyway. So we'll walk down to the planet, or we won't. Walk to the planet. It's better. And oh, here we are. Oh, look at that. We've got a nice little campsite set up, which probably means there's a bloke around here somewhere. Okay, well, maybe not. Okay, our matter manipulator is what is used to do basically everything to start with. So we'll cut down this tree using that, and I'm just left clicking at the base of the tree. It will chop wherever you actually hold it at, so I'd recommend chopping at the bottom. The matter manipulator is obviously one of the very early game starter things, so it's not very efficient. However, it does give us some wood to begin with, and some seeds as well. Now, to do down the bottom there, I'm assuming is that they haven't given it a name properly as yet. As I said, this is a beta, so you come across things like that considerably in this game at the moment. But the playability of it is very good. I have probably played a lot more than I probably should have over the Christmas period. I'm sure my wife would agree with that. Now down below us there you can see ores. The one on the right, the orangey coloured one, is copper. The one directly below us is iron, so that's a really good thing to find. And the one on the left, the black one, is coal. So there's a fair bit there, which is actually wonderful. This may well be a good spawn. I have had a couple where they haven't been quite that good. Just trying to get it on this side so that it'll fall the other way away from that critter. it will fall, the trees will fall on the opposite side to the one that you cut. So standing on the left hand side of the tree, it'll fall to the right. So that's your basic look. Once we've got this tree cut, that should give us, yeah, it's given us 120 odd wood, which is good. That's a good start. You can jump a lot in this game. Okay, now if we want to check what our quest is, it's this icon over here. Shop class. It's time to search for fuel, blah blah blah. To survive there you need tools. To produce tools you need to make yourself a crafting table. Okay, so hit C, brings up the crafting things that we can do straight away. And we need one of those. So to create one of these, we need 35 wooden planks. So we need to go down here. To create wooden planks we need unrefined wood, which is what we've just cut down. So we're going to make 100 of these because we do need quite a lot. And the first thing we'll make with them is a crafting table. Okay, complete. But by now you're likely becoming hungry. Okay, so we need to create a bow and get some meat. So what I'm going to do first off is just level out a little bit of area here. Alright, that'll do me for the minute. And we're going to put our crafting table down. Now once again, E or center mouse button, and now you'll see we have a lot more options of things that we can create. So one of the first things that I want to do is to get some cobblestone so that we can actually create some axe. And to do that we go back to using our matter manipulator, and it will do 4 blocks at a time. So hold it in the center, left click and hold the mouse button down, and away we go. So we'll just grab a bit of this. Just about everything that you see is interactable with. So for example, those vines that you see hanging down in the cavern there to the left, we need those to, well, create a whole heap of stuff in actual fact. Bandages in particular, we need the fibre that comes from those. So we'll go and grab some of them in a minute, but let's just get ourselves set up with some stone equipment because it is a hell of a lot more efficient than this matter manipulator. I do have a chuckle. You will notice the matter manipulator, get that right eventually, up the top there is purple, which means that it's a legendary item. The green ones are uncommon items, and the white ones are your common everyday sort of items. So it's a little bit easy to quickly determine which ones are which is a very handy thing. Get a few more. This could end up being our little cave hidey hole if things get dangerous too. The tent's fine to sleep in, but you need the campfire close by it to give you warmth at night. Well, depending on this particular planet, I suppose. Alright, so now that we've got some cobblestone, we will create a stone axe, a pickaxe rather, and a stone axe. And we'll replace those. We don't need a bed because we have the tent here to sleep in. So I for inventory, and we'll put our stone axe in position 3. Put these seeds down here. They're more seeds for the saplings. And our pickaxe in number 2. And we'll put that down here as well. Okay, now we're a little more set to I to get out of that again, and you center mouse button or E to sleep in there and get better. So it heals you at the same time, and then just your left or right movement buttons to get out of it. let's grab some more wood first, because that's the first thing that we're going to need. And you'll notice a big difference now. Now, you're going to drop stuff on me or what? No, okay. Looks like lots of iron and stuff here, so we'll start off by grabbing some of that too, because we're going to need that very shortly. So just your pickaxe. The stone pickaxe does a 3x3, so once again try to sort of use it as optimally as you can. So click in the center there, grab all of that, grab some more wood. Just need to keep an eye. Sometimes I won't call them aliens because we're actually the aliens. The inhabitants of the planets are friendly, and sometimes they're not, and this one isn't. Okay, so now we know those guys are not friendly. We will remember that and keep away from them. So we're going to dig down here, get ourselves some more cobblestone at the same time. Holding the left mouse button down in the center gives me a 9x9. Holding it just above where you want to pick will take the next level either down or across. So if you think of your cursor as always being in the center of a 3x3, you can pretty much always work out what you want to dig. Now it's starting to get dark and the temperature's dropping. As you can see, that thermometer's now come up, so we'll come back to our campfire and we will create some torches, which we need the coal to create those. Coal and wood, unrefined wood, not the wood planks, and we'll grab 20 of those. We're going to need them to light up around the place. We'll put that one up there and one down there and give ourselves a lighted area ready to spot. Now the torch I love. I think it's fantastic, this torch. It does shine a little way through, so you can actually see whether there's anything under there or not. And it also shines down, but has been very cleverly done so that you can't actually see past. Like this bit of rock here is stopping the shadows, the light from getting through any further. So pretty clever stuff. Just one thing while I think of it too, this dark grey here is the background. If you right click your mouse button, you can remove background. So left click will remove foreground, right click will remove background. So we're going to have a little sleep for a minute, just to get ourselves back up to full. And I'll have a mouthful of coffee while we're doing that. It's about 1 bar for every 5 of these red crosses that you see come up. Now as we go further away from the fire, the temperature comes up to say we're getting cold, but torches also supply a little bit of heat. So you can actually warm back up from your torch. You'll see the little green arrow left or right saying whether the temperature is dropping or raising. And you can see there the fire provides a lot more. Yeah, I'm not gonna dig in under there. I'm gonna dig in across here, just to be safe. And our torch shows us there's not much there. Noises, but seeing anything. Oh, there's a pixel pack. You break those and oh, there we go. There's something down there with an axe. So he's probably going to be an aggro one. So what we might do is just go back up here for the minute. We'll grab our axe and click as high as we can on these reeds and grab those. As I said, we need these for the fibre that it gives us, not for our diet, but for our bandages and some other things that we can build with it later on. Can't reach all the top there. That'll do us. Alright, so we'll head back because we're getting very bloody cold now. This planet's obviously quite cold. As I said, they do vary. So you just need to be aware of your surroundings. So bandages. We need 4. If you left click, you can, sorry, not left click on the left hand, it'll show you what your maximum number that you can create is. We're going to create all of those to start with, and then we're going to put them up on our hotbar. We don't need those wood panels at the moment. We'll use them later on. Okay, can we build our bow yet? Past it? No. Shout out when you see the bow, folks. The hunting bow, I'm sure that's what it's called. There we go. Oh, idiot. Oh. And this is what I meant about lots and lots of dying. So you can hit escape to go to bypass all of this, but I'll show it to you first time. It's a little bit cute. And we're back on the spaceship, and then we just walk back down to the planet. And hopefully he's gone. Yes, he is. Okay. So we need to go and get some more of that fibre because I'm an idiot and I used it all to create the bandages instead of keeping some to make my bow. Let's see if that's enough. Yes, it is. Okay, so we needed just a 1 plant fibre, and we need 10 unrefined wood for the bow. So we'll craft that, and we will pop that up on our hotbar in position 5. Don't need that for the moment. And just with this, it's a left mouse button and hold until it stretches back, but if you watch the bow, it does blink. And see the difference in the arrows when I let it go the wrong time. They do a lot more damage. So we'll quickly just go and see if we can find something to kill. Oh. And the idea is to actually hit them as I think. Sometimes you can get yourself a good spot. Other times you can't. Okay, we'll bypass that this time because you've seen it now and you don't need to see it every time I die, which will be considerable amounts of times. It is, for me, difficult to start with, I find. two of them pissed off for some reason. Oh dearie me. Not very good at this. Maybe the better way to do it is to attack with a sword first and then finish them off with a bow. So we need to kill them with the bow in order to get meat. And we need to get the meat in order to complete the quest. Looks like daylight's coming, which is a good thing. Come on. Crickets. Bugger. Oh, and that's holiday spirit, which has been added into the pack for the holiday season, obviously. Can we get him? Can we get him? Can we get him? Yay! Oh, when you drop bloody leather. It's very typical, isn't it? So let's try that strategy again. Oh, substantial knockback. Sometimes that happens too, which I find intriguing. I don't know why, but... Oh, you guys are really cute. And you little cutie. And now we'll try. Yay! Okay. So that got what we needed. Alright. So we have raw alien meat now, finally. And what we need to do is, in our campfire, so E or center mouse button, pop that in here, click cook, and we now have cooked alien meat. And our quest is complete. Now we need to craft a furnace. We should have all the ingredients for that. Cobblestone, a campfire and some coal. Yep, okay, so see, we need a campfire, we need cobblestone and furnace. There we go, stone furnace. Craft. Okay. Now we need to obtain 2 iron ore and smelt it in the furnace to obtain an iron bar. Alright, so let's start off by putting the furnace down. Needs to be in our hot bar for us to actually do anything with it. I'll put those seeds here as well. And again, just highlight on your hotbar and okay, there we go. It turns blue, the surrounding turns blue when it'll fit, but obviously that there is not allowing us to do it, so we can actually get rid of that. And that gives us a rose petal. And rose petals are used for creating dye later on. Put that back and we'll try and put that right next to, there we go. Okay, now we should have enough iron ore because we got that before. So left click and drag or shift left click puts it into the appropriate slot. And there's our 2 iron bars. It's a 2-for-1 offer, and our quest is complete. Okay. Ship's engine isn't strong enough to take you beyond the Alpha sector, right? Which is why we could only see that on our large map. So we need to craft a distress beacon, and maybe you'll be able to make contact with a larger ship. Make sure you're ready before anything before you go. You do though. Now, having done that a couple of times, I can absolutely categorically guarantee you we are not going to do that for quite a while. So that's our first little bit of StarBound. I just wanted to give you a quick look at it and my impressions of it. I think it's a good game. I like Terraria, but I like this one as well, if not maybe better, but then I'm a bit of a sci-fi buff as well, so the space thing is more my bent. Let me know if you want more. Please leave comments. Remember that little like button. It helps other people to find my videos and my channel. And if you want me to do some more, then let me know in the comments. I'll leave it for a week or so, and if we haven't heard anything by then I'll assume that none of you want to watch it. So let me know what you think, and have a good new year, and I hope you all had a good Christmas. Talk to you next time.